What's really good? We are back with another brand new Pokemon Wi-Fi battle, this time against Gary. Totally forgot Gary's Twitch name, which is what he challenged me with. So forgive me, Gary, but I'm gonna call you Gary because that's what the battle replay says. Anyways, been putting a lot of work into making these Wi-Fi battles look as good as possible. Put even more work into this video, so I really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button. But either way, I got a team here made by Joey. It really just abuses the crap out of Stealth Rocks and Sticky Web, which is why I'm leading off with my Bob Ross Smeargle here. I'm gonna lead off with Smeargle. He's gonna lead off with Tapu Koko. Because he led off with Tapu Koko, I actually can't use Spore because of Tapu Koko's ability, Electric Surge, actually creating an electric terrain. And in electric terrain, you actually cannot be put to sleep at all if you're touching the ground. So I'm gonna go for the Sticky Web right away because I figured I'd need Sticky Web up more than I'd need Stealth Rock up, just because it seems like this team is completely centered around making sure that my Sticky Web is up, which is pretty cool, honestly, to me, because it's like every Pokemon on this team has Taunt. It's so funny. So it seems like Joey put together a team that's literally just 5 threatening Pokemon, a Smeargle with Sticky Web, and that animation is actually super sick, by the way. That was my first time seeing an in-game, actually no it's not, because we got Ash Greninja in the demo. This is actually my first time seeing an Ash Greninja in a Wi-Fi battle. So anyways, I set up my stuff, he kills me. I was actually really scared because Ash Greninja is actually like one of the only Pokemon that can stop him from getting swept completely. Because if he had just killed me with like Ice Beam or whatever he had, he still would have been at his max speed because he hadn't switched into the Sticky Web. So I think he should have just killed me instead of U-turning out, but he decided to U-turn out, so that's better for me. But like I was saying, it's like every Pokemon on this team has taunts just to stop defoggers after they switch into Sticky Web. So it's really funny. And then I also have 2 ghost types to stop rapid spinners. So this entire team is centered around keeping my Sticky Web up and abusing it, abusing the speed drop that it gives Pokemon so that I can run a train on their entire team. But anyways, I need to play catch up because I was rambling on and I wasn't even commentating on the battle. After he U-turned out, he sent out his Marowak, which allowed me to send out my Gengar for free because obviously Gengar's gonna outspeed Marowak. And then he had to switches out the Toxapex, use Shadow Ball, he hits the special defense drop. He doesn't want to die, so he switches out again and goes out to a Celesteela. So now he's at a Celesteela here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out. I'm gonna go out to my Tapu Koko named McDarrett. Shout out to the bird god. Anyways, we are here with McDarrett. He actually goes for the Elite Seed and misses. It didn't really matter. Yeah, he would have taken some HP off me, obviously, but I'm actually going to switch right out again to my own Marowak, actually predicting his Marowak to come in, because Marowak actually walls the crap out of Tapu Koko if it doesn't run HP ground. I personally run Brave Bird on mine so that when it switches into Tapu Koko thinking that he can wall me, I just hit him with a Brave Bird and it's a 2-hit KO. But I'm going to bring in my Marowak as he actually goes for the Protect just to see what I would do. I went for the switch to Marowak because I believed that he would bring in his own Marowak in an attempt to stop me. But here I'm actually going to go for the Swords Dance because I believe that a Celesteela cannot touch me. But he brings in one of the only Pokemon on his team that's still going to be able to outspeed Marowak after a Sticky Web, his Ash Greninja. So I'm not going to stay in here. I have to switch out because if I don't switch out, he'll kill me with a Water Move or a Dark Pulse or whatever. So I'm actually going to send out my Passimian, which is probably going to be one of the only times you ever see this Pokemon in OU. This Pokemon's not very good. He's pretty strong, but he's not fast enough for the type of Pokemon that he is, and he doesn't have an ability in singles right now. He has the hidden ability Defiant, but as of right now, it's not legal, so I have to use an ability that is virtually no ability. It's a doubles only ability, and I can't even do anything with it. But he actually gets a crit on that Dark Pulse. I would have outsped him, so he's actually going to switch out to his Marowak, which is actually a good switch out for Passimian, but I don't think he realized that I would have U-turn, so I'm actually going to U-turn out right now, get some more momentum, bring out my own Marowak here, go straight for the Earthquake, just because I know it'll hit any of his Pokemon that come in besides that Celesteela. But if the Celesteela does decide to come in, I can just Flare Blitz it because I'm actually running a Jolly Marowak here, and even with the Jolly nature, a stab Flare Blitz from a Alolan Marowak holding a thick club is going to be more than enough to take out a Celesteela. But he's going to go out to his Tapu Koko, and I wall this thing, so I'm not really worried about it at all. He can't really do much to me, and it doesn't even matter because he definitely just switched it in to an Earthquake, so it's gonna die. I guess he was giving this thing up as Death Fodder. He doesn't want his Ash Greninja to take damage because it's actually one of the only Pokemon he has that can check me right now. Like I said, he's actually going out to it right now. If he hadn't let this thing live, he would actually have no chance at stopping my Marowak from sweeping his entire team. So like I said, Ash Greninja is one of his only Pokemon that can stop me from sweeping his entire team. I'm going to go ahead and go out to Passimian just as Death Fodder. He already critted before. He can't really do much else in this battle. So he's going to be spent here as Death Fodder. And then I'm going to be able to go out to my Gyarados and maybe set up a little bit so that I can, start doing some damage to some Pokemon. So Gyarados is going to come out. Don't mind its name, okay? Do not mind its name. The name is completely irrelevant. Just ignore it, okay? It does not matter. Anyways, I'm going to Mega Evolve and set up a Dragon Dance here because I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Dark Pulse, right? There's a Gyarados in his face. He's an Ash Greninja. I'm sure he has the two stab moves that Ash Greninjas normally carry on top of U-turn, which I've already seen. So I'm not too worried about his U-turn doing damage to me because I did intimidate him first. And then of course, like I said, he has the two stab moves, Hydro Pump and Dark Pulse. So I figured I might as well change into the same typing as him, which is actually pretty funny. We're actually both exactly the same types at this moment in time. And I'm actually Jolly, so I'll be able to outspeed him after a +1 Dragon Dance boost up. And I'm going to go for the Waterfall. It doesn't quite kill him, but he's going to kill himself with the U-turn Life Orb Recoil after I actually live with a good amount of HP after the Intimidate. So I'm pretty happy that I actually got the Intimidate off on him. It was probably like the perfect counter in this moment in time. Intimidated, so his U-turn's not going to do much, and then I resist both of his stab moves, so that's fantastic. So here he sends out his Toxapex. I'm actually going to taunt this thing right away just so that it can't set up any toxic spikes or recover after I hit it with Crunch, which is exactly what I wanted. I don't want him to be recovering while I'm trying to kill him with Crunches. It's annoying. This thing has way too much bulk. It's crazy. Toxapex is crazy. I can't even believe they added a Pokemon this annoyingly bulky into the metagame. He doesn't ever die. He has Regenerator, man. He has Regenerator on top of his ridiculous bulk. He has Recover. He has Baneful Bunker. They gave him a lot of ways to poison the enemy team so that he can abuse his other ability, Merciless. But a lot of people don't even use Merciless. They just straight up use Regenerator, and he's super annoying to deal with. So I had to taunt him just so that I could stop him from healing himself after I hit him with these very, very powerful crunches that I'm hitting him with. But yeah, that's that. Man, Toxapex is just so annoyingly bulky. I don't know how many of you guys have run into a Toxapex, on the PS ladder or on Wi-Fi battles yourselves, but that Pokemon does not ever die. It's so insane. So the taunt is helping me. You can see I brought him down pretty low. He's not getting burns with Scald, which is also very, very amazing. Gonna go for another Crunch just to see if I can take this thing out, but he actually has Baneful Bunker, but he didn't go for it on this turn. If he was gonna go for it, it would have been there. He would have got a little bit more HP back from the leftovers, and he would have poisoned me at the same time. But he actually switches out to his Metagross. Now I'm not quite sure if he didn't realize that his taunt wore off, or if he just wanted to switch out, get his HP back, and not have to deal with me anymore, because I was definitely putting my foot in this thing's ass. Like, I was taking all of its HP down super quickly. But yeah, he just sacrifices his Metagross. It's gone. I don't even have to deal with it at all. But to keep it real with you, honestly, at this point in the battle, now that his Ash Greninja is dead, Marowak is literally free to do whatever he wants. I can just blow this man away with this one Swords Dance. It's done. You're done, son. You let your Ash Greninja die. There's nothing you can do about any of this now. All I have to do is let my Gyarados die. He did poison me with the Baneful Bunker now, but all I have to do is let my Gyarados die, send out my Marowak on his Toxapex. Toxapex is a weak-ass bitch. It has no special attack. It has no attack at all because it has way too much bulk and an ability that gives it a critical hit whenever his opponent is poisoned. So, my Marowak's definitely going to be able to take a Scald from this thing. All I have to do is set up a Swords Dance and then start clicking buttons, and it's a wrap at that point. But I am going to die to the poison right here. And like I just said, I am definitely 100% going to bring her back. Look, my nicknames are so stupid. That is awful, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to send out my Marowak, click Swords Dance. He's going to go for Scald. It's going to do about half. considering Marowak has absolutely no special defense, and on top of that, my HP isn't even maxed out. That is a pitiful amount of damage. But like I said, it doesn't really matter, okay? Toxapex doesn't really do much damage. He's actually going to switch out. Not quite sure why he switched out to this thing only to stay in, because, you know, maybe he thought he'd be faster than me. That'd be fair, because most Marowaks don't run speed at all. But this one that I'm running is actually Jolly with max speed. It doesn't really hit a very high speed stat, but it's definitely going to outspeed something like Celesteela, unless it's like max speed, like one of mine that I run on my team, but I doubt that. You know, nobody does that but me, and maybe PK, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I was surprised that he brought this thing in only to leave it in. Maybe, like I said, maybe he thought he would have been faster than me, so that's fair. But if he didn't think he'd be faster than me, I think he should have switched right back to Toxapex, because I almost killed myself just now. I have like 10 HP left after the Flare Blitz because of all the recoil damage that I took. Maybe he was relying on that to actually make me kill myself, but I didn't. I lived with just a little bit of HP. So with this +2 Marowak that I have here, an Earthquake is definitely going to be enough to take out a Toxapex, which is crazy, but it's not crazy because Marowak's attack is actually ridiculous when he's holding a thick club. But last but not least, his own Marowak is going to come out here. He's going to get hit by the sticky web, so there's no hope for him to outspeed me. And then I'm just going to finish it off with a Shadow Bone. So thank you, Gary. That was a fantastic game. I really, really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I believe I made some good plays here and there. We also, I don't know, we had some similar Pokemon on our team. But thank you guys for watching. I really, really did put a lot of time into this video. I hope it looks like I put a lot of time into the video. So if you guys could hit that like button, leave a comment for me. You know, some feedback would be nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with another Wi-Fi battle. And I don't know, I got some more post-game stuff to upload as well. But see you guys later. Bye!